What is up, guys? Juggle Boy here, and today I'm going to be talking about DI, or Directional Influence, which is a technique used in Super Smash Bros. To help you live longer on your stocks. Now, most simply put, when you're hit by an opponent, you can use the analog stick, which is the stick on the left side of your controller, to slightly alter the direction that your character moves in. So how can you use this to your advantage? Well, for example, if you are Mewtwo right here, and you get hit by the sweet spot of Mario's forward smash, at this point on Final Destination, without any directional influence, you're going to die at 81%. But if you hold the direction that you want to go, so in this case left, you'll live all the way to 91%. Now, most people will be already holding that direction naturally since they're going to want to come back to the stage, but a lot of people don't realize that the earlier you start holding the direction you want to go, the more effective the DI is. So, in cases like these, the second you see your character moving left or right, you want to hold back in the direction of the stage. It's pretty simple so far. Now, can you apply the same logic to moves that send you straight up? Well, unfortunately, it's not that simple. If you hold down on a move that causes you to go straight upwards, it will not cause you to live any longer than if you did nothing at all. So, for example, for Mewtwo's up throw, if you were to hold down, you're going to die at the same percent than if you didn't hold anything. So, is there anything you can do? Well, yes. Holding left or right will actually cause you to live slightly longer. Either one will work, but make sure you choose a direction and stick with it. The impact it has on survival is much more minimal than the impact than holding left or right did in the case for Mario's F Smash earlier, but it can help you live a little bit longer, in this example about 3%. So why does holding left or right cause you to live longer on a move that sends you straight up? Well, it sort of has to do with angles and how the blast zone is made. As you can see, when a character is launched upwards, the blast zones at the top of the map is completely straight, and changing the angle from straight upwards to slightly in one direction causes your character to take a slightly longer path to the blast zone, which will make your character live longer. This is why MLB stadiums are made like this, and the NBA three-point line is curved. If it was just a straight line, the shot from the corner would be significantly longer than a shot from straight on. So since Smash Bros. Has a straight line at the top, taking a longer path will cause your character to live longer. Now, this gets a little more tricky when you have a move that sends you at closer to a 45-degree angle. For example, most up smashes and some up throws will send you upwards, but a lot of them will also send you a little bit in the direction that they're facing. Now, obviously not all characters have this property, some actually send you the opposite way they're facing, but it is a good rule of thumb. Now, in this case, holding towards your opponent will actually cause you to die quicker than not doing anything at all, since you make the path to the blast zone even shorter. But holding away from them will let you live significantly longer, in this example over 10% longer. The closer a move has to sending you at a 45-degree angle, the larger the impact your DI will have. So, for example, an up smash from Mario will only let you live about 4% longer with correct DI, but a move that sends you a little less upward, like Kirby's or Charizard's up throw, correct DI will have a much larger impact. But what happens if you're hit right to the corner of the blast zone? In this case, holding right would cause you to die off the top, and holding left would cause you to die off the left blast zone. So if you're in this case, quickly try and identify which is more of a threat. If you can't decide, don't do anything, try and watch your dot and quickly analyze which side you're being more sent towards. So in this case, holding left would be the correct move, but make sure to let up on it once you think you're safe. Now, there are going to be cases when you're sent almost exactly towards the corner, and sometimes in this case, just holding down and being ready to hold in one direction or the other is the right move. Now, this is something called LSI, where holding down will actually cause your character to have slightly lower knockback, and holding up will increase the knockback. Now, it doesn't affect moves that send you in the upward direction, so don't worry about it for that, but it might be able to help you live slightly longer for moves that send you left or right. So sometimes the optimal way to live a move is actually holding towards the stage, but also slightly downwards. But the impact of this is pretty minimal. I didn't notice it too much in testing. So one more time, if you're sent straight up, hold left or right. If you're sent left or right, hold back the opposite way. And if you're sent upwards but a little in one direction, make sure to hold the direction that you are slightly being sent in. Now, this is only if you are in fear of losing a stock to the blast zone. If you're not in fear of dying, for example, you're just being comboed, You usually don't want to hold back towards the stage because that can actually extend the combo even further as you are putting your character closer to your opponent. So generally, you're going to want to hold away from your opponent to safety, which could help prevent something like this. So I know it can be a little tricky to remember what is the best way to DI when you're first starting, but after a little bit of practice, it should become second nature. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like and subscribe for future videos if you want to see more Smash tips like this one. As always, thanks for watching. Peace.